All right, so that one was called Backdrop Lady. Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk for about a half an hour of relaxed music and maybe some conversation, which really should be some very important conversation. If you haven't heard, um, the US and Israel struck Iran, and the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khomeini, was killed in that strike. Iran's supreme leader. And I mean, it's big because even what President Trump is saying that there may be Americans eventually that will be killed. I mean, this really is throwing us, can throw us, and we are in the midst of at least strikes. It's a big situation. It really is. Let me just come out to the chat, say hello. I see my moderators, Vicky and baby Juju. We were over on Station Head, in case you missed it. Just some conversation and a little listening. Let's see. Email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I see FUPA, my assets. Salutations, everyone, and chat. What's the topic for tonight? Well, it's kind of open. um, should I tell them what we listened to? Maybe just in part. Before I do that, I see Gia, and which you've been around in a while. Maybe you've been in the bushes. Okay, so let me just tell you. On Station Head, I started. This is the part I'll tell you. Not let's just do the short part. All right. So in the last couple of weeks, there has been conversation that says it's doubtful that a child was heard crying while with Danielle. All right. That I heard a child, crying, and or another child who was heard in the background while she was cursing me out. It sounded like a boy's voice. It did. And we listened to it again. And he was, cheering her on. He was. Like, you would. She was cursing me out. And I'm going to say this young boy, sound like they could have been 5-6 years old, was heard mimicking her in the background. When she said yeah about something, he said yeah. And then when she hurled the F-bomb, he did too. Okay. And there's some skeptics out there that don't believe it. So, yeah, no, I didn't make an announcement about it. I just went over to Station Head and played it. Okay. And then there was something else I played. Oh, yeah. Since Trees is here, so I'll just say this, not getting into April the 9th, 2024, there was hearings. 3 people were due in court. I was one of them for the PPO hearing. Trees, you had a court date, and Jaguar Wright. And I played from some of that and gave commentary on it. It's just amazing. So, yeah, receipts don't lie. People do. And that's why, you have to preserve receipts, because if you don't have receipts, it's easy for a person to say, I never said that, or that, that didn't happen. Yeah. So we were just, touching on some receipts. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion and what they believe. Yeah. Based on their own research. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. But at the same time, it is what it is. Yeah. So, again, the serious, topic is that could be discussed is I'm going to call it I'm watching this state TV presenter. He's crying while he's announcing the death of Iran's supreme leader. You know, um, so there have been multiple strikes. Israel and the U.S. together have joined in on this. And I think that the backlash is going to be, I think, significant. Yeah, they weren't our ally. That's for sure. Iran. No, but are there going to be retaliation? Probably in some way. I don't know how, but if I were an American and I were in the Middle East or traveling, I would be concerned, especially right now. You know, so be cautious, even if you're here in this country, right? Because the mayor, um, he just on the news of this, he's hiding the security in New York City and around. Yeah, because everyone remembers 9/11, right? I mean, this is a big deal. It's a very big deal. hmm So, uh, you say you don't doubt that's what you heard. I haven't heard that before, so I'm open. Um, well, I'd have to play it again. I'm not going to play it on this channel. I don't want to be struck. Yeah, but maybe the next time I will announce it, or yeah. hmm You didn't know that. You didn't know. Okay, maybe I'll just slow it down again. I guess I was just rushed. So, I was playing a video a few years back when Daniel was on her station head. She used to get in her vehicle and she'd be traveling for some time. This particular video, which I only played less than um, I don't know, it was about maybe 20 seconds of it, and then I played it back again. It was during the time when my lawyer had sent a cease and desist, and then there was also a strike. All right. Anyway, her email and her location, fake location, well, we know that, was given. And once that was over, she was basically saying, you don't have any ties to me. And she cursed me out. And it was, it's just B and F and B and, you know how that goes. So as she's driving along, venting, it can be heard a boy's voice who is in the background. Yeah, because you can hear the traffic. You can hear that she's driving, and everyone knows that she would be on these long drives when she first started her station ad. Yeah. And I guess people have heard about it, but they don't believe it because, well, they say they need to hear the receipts. So if there's someone who doesn't believe it and really is open, you could, make up your own mind. I'd play it and you could hear it, you know? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you say about the hearing. I don't know. I knew you said you heard a child. I just didn't hear the audio. Yes. Well, I have the audio. As a matter of fact, I have three different audios. One where a young, the one that I just told you about, don't need to repeat that. The second one, I can hear when she went live in the background, there was a baby infant. You could just tell kind of a whiny cry. So you know the child was very young. That's why I say infant. Yeah, in the background. And it kind of like interrupted just for a few seconds. Yes. And then there was another time where the voice, you know, same kind of, cry or something. A child can be heard in the background. Yeah. It's, momentarily, but it is. Yeah. So, all right. So, could it be a relative? Anything's possible. Anything's possible. During that time, um, I had reason to think that maybe it was, a you know, a child of the person driving the vehicle. Yes. Hmm. Yes. Normal life. Uh, that's what they said. Hmm. These videos have a lot of pearls inside of them, a lot of breadcrumbs. Yes. Now back to the notion that could it be someone said, oh, well, they have niece or nephew. Well, if this person is anonymous, how do you know anything really to be certain? Even I've said, well, that was a child. And if that was someone's nephew in the car, are they going to be mimicking their aunt or aunt in the car? It's more like, it's someone you're close to, very, very close. They're cursing in front of you I mean, I just don't get it. This is a young child. Children are very impressionable. Yeah. So he obviously was comfortable mocking Danielle because it was Danielle. So whatever the relationship is, it was between this young child that was in the car at the time. Yeah. I heard the voice of a young child say, yeah, and the F bomb. It's just, you can hear it. Okay. Yeah. So it's like right after she says something and uses the F, then he hurls it too. And before that, when she was cursing me out, then he agreed by saying, yeah. Yeah. So that child, obviously, older than the other child that I heard. I would say infant. Kind of like like a very young infant. Well, infant is young. Like I would say infant to me is less than a year old. Year to 12 months to maybe 18 months. Yeah, because maybe they're not even walking. Some children walk, you know, before then. Yeah. I'm critical of your parenting. I'm not you direct. Just you know what? I'm who I am. People know how I am. I just, know how I feel about certain things. Anyway, the point was it was a receipt. And there are skeptics. Yeah. And they have every right to be. If you've never heard the receipt, why take my word for it. That's why I say I have receipts. And when I bring receipts, people still, come up with something else, which is fine, right? Mhm. We won't know until we know. Oh, not me. It's critical. A critical of okay. Yes. And there's plenty of videos of that too. Yeah, that are out there. Joanne says that infant is probably already doxing other toddlers by now. You know, uh, they are certainly impressionable and they feel comfortable and understand that that word is at least for target practice. So, so when it happens, and this kid is probably in school now, yeah, they sound like they, and that was 4 years ago. That child that was in the vehicle is probably in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 years old. Yeah, hypocritical. Okay. Uh, and yes, this is an absolute fact. Danielle says she has receipts. She always said, no, she doesn't. She definitely will just fabricate things or stretch, whatever she wants the narrative to be and mix it in with whatever. Yes. Facts. Because I have receipts where she says things that are absolutely false. There is no receipt. Show it, play it, nothing, nada. Back to the little toddler. You say, maybe cornering a classmate, forcing an apology. We can laugh at that, but it could be true. That is one of the things that she absolutely demands: apology, accountability without reciprocation. Yeah, if that's a word. Reciprocal, she's not. No. And she was looking up, information, calling, police, getting reports. She called about yours and even said that she got your name changed on the record. Talked about that. And it had to do with your middle name, Trees. Something about that. You may recall that video. Yeah. But this is something she does. It's normal. Yeah. She does it to everyone that she's targeting. Mhm. But yes. And, someone said that could have been her nephew. That she has nieces and nephews. Like they know for sure who this person is. That they have nieces and nephews. Most people do. And to say right away, well, that was probably, their niece or nephew. Okay, because they don't have kids. If you know them, to be certain. Yeah. Yes, she false docs you in a strike. You say struck you. Okay. These are just things that if they're facts, they're facts. Yes. Oh, said it was mahogany brown in the paperwork to YouTube. You see, I don't know what's real names or not, so people don't have to say their real name. But mhm. Another thing that was interesting in that video when she was talking about April the 9th, about the hearing, is this would have been April the 2nd, this particular video. Well, she talked about that she knew when I was served with the PPO restraining order document to show up for a hearing. I didn't know that. She even mentioned a vehicle, trying to either drive by my house, try to serve me. And she said I was hiding. Well, I'm like, wow, I hadn't heard that. So, some foreknowledge before the hearing. She even knew when it was served that I had received it. I didn't know that. You see, that's proof I haven't listened in detail to these videos. Had I known that would have, I'm sure, been included. And maybe it would have been, yeah. I know what I know. I know. But you see, you got to be able to prove it, and you've got to put it together, your argument legally. But I know. But that's not good enough. But I know. I know what I know. Yeah. Yes. Stalking. She said, trying to get picture. She said that you didn't want your picture. You were hiding in the house. How would she know if I'm hiding? If she's not watching and lurking and waiting to get a photograph or information that I've been served. Like, wow. And that's on recording. And this was foreknowledge. So she knew about the hearing. She knew when I had received service. That means she knew she was talking to the petitioner. She had to have. She had the dates. She did have it. Period. I heard her say it on a video. For the first time, I hadn't listened to this one. And that video was called The Three Stooges or something. Have a court date. Black Tea Sector, Three Stooges, upcoming court date. April 9th. That's what it was called. It was on April the 2nd. And there was a video before that and another video. And the petitioner made multiple videos. It was like in stereo. Period. Because I have the videos. And the court did recently find in the report and recommendation, at least to the extent that there was conspiracy, involvement, or collaboration in getting the unlawful photographs out of that hearing into Danielle's hands. Period. So they collaborated on that. According to Read it. ECF 138. And she's fighting right now to get this case thrown out completely because she doesn't want to get into discovery. And it will be in discovery. We get to that part that the truth will come out on a number of things. And this is not a fishing expedition. And this is what she is saying right now to the court as far as, discovery. She's saying that I have all the information that I need and could have provided it to the court on a number of things. Mm-hmm. And it's simply to harass her. Okay, I've said enough. Because I know they're listening and recording. And in 2 weeks, both the defendant and myself will be able to or expected to respond to the objections of each other. So it will be there, as she always tries to do. If there's something in between now and then, she'll, just include it. Just to have a paper trail. That this is the reason why she files so much, duplicates things, is to cause a paper trail, a record. That's it. And yes, it is exhausting. I see that word out in the audience. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It is. But we gotta, you just keep pushing through it. I have to. When I say yes. I'm in it now, and yes. She said she wins, and that means, and she has said, it really doesn't matter. For her, winning can be lying. It's all of it. Whatever it takes to win, basically, that's what she aims for. Mm-hmm. Delay. I have to just be careful. But even the court knows evasion, all of these multiple addresses. Does anyone know? And you know what? What's her name? Now I can't think of her name. In California, the one with the the raccoon hat, isn't that, or the rug, or what? What's her name? Come on, just give me the first initial. I can't even. Is it a T? I have in my mind a T or an L. Because I always get her mixed up with Sparkle. Yes, I got it. T, Tulsa. The Cat in the Hat. The distractor in chief. When she lies, she calls it a strategy. Well, it is her strategy. It's part of it. She says, I play chess, not checkers. I'm 3 steps ahead. She's a planner. She confessed it. This is what she's done. And right now, it's sell her story to the court. And boy, did she, this last one, she just pulled all kinds of stuff out and just said it. Like, I said this. She said it. I said this. But didn't have a receipt at all. No. So I'm not going to talk about all of it because I got to respond to it. Tulsa was busy working. Okay, so that let me go back to Tulsa because now I lost my train of thought. The reason I bring it up, Tulsa's out in California, right? A bunch of folks are out in California. One of the issues is diversity. If, honestly, this is legal, this is law, if it were found out that Daniel had real domicile, citizen here, not just a presence because she's now got a P.O. box here in Michigan, that doesn't count. Suddenly she's got a P.O. box here with a registered agent near Lansing. Okay? That doesn't count. But if she had a real presence and this is her where she resides, then the case would be thrown out. She suddenly is coming up with, diversity. The case should be thrown out, but she's anonymous and doesn't want to give her information. So, a person like that, I didn't say her, a person like that, and you've seen this, people can suddenly, they have an address, they have a friend, they have someone they call a relative. I put nothing past this person to win. That's why she was trying joinder. She keeps doing things. She is demanding or saying that the PPO petitioner should be part of this as named in the suit, and she knows automatically the case would be thrown out because she lives here in Detroit, Michigan, the PPO petitioner. So she's trying to derail this case. Why? Because she doesn't want it to get to discovery. That's it. She asked the judge, and not this last one, but she's fighting it again, to stay discovery. Before it was stay her name. Well, the judge didn't stay that, and she didn't respond either. Give me a break for a second. Let me get some ice water. Oh, I'm back. It's snowing again. And I was out in it. So, as I was saying, it's like whatever she's going to try to do to get this case thrown out, she's trying. I'm telling you. Yeah. Joanne says any judge can clearly see right through the smoke screen. Well, I certainly hope if she comes up with this, she mailed to the court a response from a Michigan address. So it appears like she's trying to establish at least once, but then she has Phoenix. Yeah. Thank you, Juju. Stay focused. It's time to say goodnight. Yes. Telling you. Anyway, we started out by talking about the little boy. Anything else? And we actually started off talking about what's going on in, with this country. And it's a big deal. It is. The supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini. Though our enemy, it's going to put us in, as American citizens. Yeah. She probably trying to dox the judge. I don't know. Yeah, maybe find out things. I don't know. That would be. That would be for someone who absolutely has a godlike, not the Almighty. This is just unbelievable, really. They think that they are going to just prevail. Yeah. And they're so certain of it that they keep doing things and saying things and lying. And I'm going to say that because there is something that I absolutely know was a lie. Check out the community wall for updates and changes to my schedule. Anything else? Yeah, I'm going to rest. It's 45 minutes. Yeah. We're gonna wrap this up by 11:30, okay? And I'm going to make myself a little pot of tea. Yes. And relax. Take a bath. Then go to bed. Yeah. Please hit the like on your way out if you haven't done so already. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to say? I think I've said a lot tonight. Yeah. And thanks for stopping by, all of you who did. Yes, I appreciate you uh, for just joining me. And especially my moderators. It's definitely time to say goodnight, isn't it? We don't have to wait till 11:30. Yeah. John, Jane, Doe live in Detroit. Yeah, right. She told the judge and the court in multiple filings. Her name is not Danielle Robertson. That's not her legal name. And she has no domicile. She has nothing to do with Michigan. You know, and suddenly, suddenly, in the last couple of months, she figured that, just keep moving to the next thing. Yeah. And yes, the opinions of the chat are their own and are allegedly. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Tomorrow's Sunday. And it's a day that we should rest. What is Cass Street? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cass Street, of course. Are you looking at the picture here? Yeah, that's downtown Detroit, or a view of downtown. One view, a skewed different view. Yeah. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. Please hit the like on your way out and join me if I come back tomorrow. But that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.